Yes, sir.
All right. So this is just for information purpose. Like you won't be dealing with this RI square. So this information is very important. For example, if you want to choose any university for your master's program or PhD program, so you should consider this factor before enrolling for any university, institution, or any organization. So this is very important. So let me explain. So the topic is research integrity and risk index, RI square. Okay. So what's the importance of this integrity, RI square, in academic research? So I hope you guys know today each and every university is evaluated based on the research outputs in terms of research publications, the number of patent filed. Am I correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so especially if you look at Indian universities, everyone is running behind publications and patent filing. So recently, I've encountered one post from Indian Research Watchdog where they have highlighted some 8 to 10 universities which have successfully filed more than 1,000 patents in a single academic year. Okay, so everyone is running behind these parameters to increase or enhance their rankings, university rankings or institution rankings, so that they can get more admissions every year. So that is why this session is very important for everyone. Like since you have chosen this research training and internship program, so definitely you'll be pursuing your master's program or PhD programs in future. That's why it's very important. So let's talk about the importance of this RI square in academic research. So I hope you guys remember the retraction statistics which I've shown in the first session, for second session.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So lots of malpractice and falsified data, falsified publications, predatory publications, and delisted publications, like publishing in the journals which is not indexed in anywhere. So this kind of works is going on everywhere. Okay, if you look at the statistics or numbers in real time or through like genuine web sources like Indian Research Watchdog or Retraction Watch, and more websites are there, you can just check it out. So in order to overcome those challenges, in order to know more information about those things, so this RI square is very important. So basically this research integrity and risk index was initiated from Harvard universities and Monash University. So they usually track and monitor the number of paper retractions happens every year across journals as well as universities. Okay, and they are trying to maintain the transparency between the evaluation systems or the evaluation methodology in calculating this RI square. Okay, risk evaluation system. And yeah, so basically this RI square helps to maintain the research integrity in terms of quality publication as well as quantity publications. Okay, so these are all importance of this RI square. So we need to understand what is RI square. Okay, so RI square stands for Research Integrity and Risk Index. So it is calculated like this formula or this parameter is developed by Lokman Meho from AUB, American University of Beirut. So this is very important parameter. So how this factor is calculated is with two important things. The first one is retraction rate. So retraction rates calculated, um, so it is like the number of paper retractions occurs for every 1,000 articles. That is what we call as retraction rate. You can see the fourth point here. In the same way, delisted publication rate. So the same thing, like the number of papers, the number of delisted publications out of 1,000 papers or 1,000 articles. Okay, and this RI square is measured between this value from 0 to 1. It's normalized from 0 to 1. Basically, we won't be calculating these things, but we will be checking this RI square index of every institution before applying for any position. It may be master's program, PhD program, or any other professor, faculty, or any position, research associate position. Okay, so these are all important parameters of this RI square. Okay, the retraction rate and delisted publication rate. So these two factors are important. And now, so so how this RI square is basically calculated for all universities and institutions. I hope you guys know the retraction watch database. Yes or no?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, so you can just note it down. So there is one dedicated website which highlights every retraction, even from Elsevier based journals, Web of Science based journals, and other journals. You can just note it down if you want to have a look at those website. Retraction watch is there. So usually the database used to collect data or information from retraction watch database as well as Scopus and Web of Science. So using the data collected from these sources, they used to calculate retraction rate and delisted publication rate. So with that information, they used to calculate the RI square value. Okay. So based on the RI square value, they used to calculate three different categories, like in universities or institutions under red flag category, or university or institutions under moderate risk category or low risk category. Sometimes some reputed institution may come under the low risk category or moderate risk category. But if you encounter any university under red flag category, please don't enroll for the program. Can you guys tell me, like, if that entire university comes under red flag category, so how far the professors and the PhD scholars are aware of all these practices like publication ethics, publication policies, predatory journals, legit journals? So how far they know? So I just want to hear your comments, your perception, because you guys are studying in some institution, right? So you may have encountered some incidences or scenario like this. I just want to hear from you.
Sir,
Yes.
like from what I know, the professor know like a moderate level about this research and thing, and in that in their own when they were in the college and when they were doing their PhD, so they also use some unethical methods to do their publication.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right now, like lots of activities are going on. For example, if you enroll for the program, if you pay a high cost, then professor will help you to articulate your research. Then he will help you to publish your research. So at the time of thesis, like presentation, like defending your thesis, like he will comment and he will assert your statements. Okay, fine. So apart from you, like others, can you guys comment? What's your perception or what's your thought? What's your experience based on this?
Sir, there is one more thing that I would like to say.
Yes.
There was my big brother told me when he was he wanted to know about the research and other thing into back 2018. His professor told him to like join his team and work for his uh, research, and my brother really worked hard for that, and the end the professor didn't give a credit, and he published the research by himself, and my brother don't know what to do, so he told me like to be aware, like, so that's I want to share.
All right. So thank you for sharing your experience. So what about others? Why you guys are silent? So if you interact, then definitely I can add more value to this presentation as well as these sessions. I can guarantee you that if you are looking for research based positions or research based career, definitely these all this presentation will help you. I'm sure. Anybody want to comment? Sakshi, like you are from UK, right? UK.
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
studying there.
yeah. All right, all right. So can you just share your experience, like how universities in UK um, are behind this research and publication
Yeah,
methods?
definitely they give lot of importance for research ethics and everything, because when I studied in India, they didn't give a lot of importance for that. So I could really make out the difference of how they give importance to research ethics, plagiarism, and everything like that. So, but I am not sure if some institute that has come under red flag. So I cannot comment on that.
All right, all right. That's fine. Thanks for sharing your experience. What about others? Can you guys share your experience, like how your university functions and how they are practicing this? Barnika, Radeshma, Selvalakshmi, Sriram.
Sir, actually, we don't have such much knowledge about this, sir.
Okay. Sriram?
Sir, actually, I am new to this. In my college, there is no research level on MSc level, so I don't know about it.
Fine, all right, fine, fine. No issues. So let me move to the next slide. Analysis of university research integrity scores. So I have taken few like three universities as an example. So here you can see the retraction rate and delisted publication rate, as well as the RI score. So and the risk level, it's moderate, and you can see the total number of retraction and the total number of publications in delisted journals. Okay, so Swapna, I think I've shared you one link, right? Yesterday or day before yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so is it possible for you to share the same link in the chat, Google chat, so that everyone can see?
Actually, I just restart my tab, so
So
it's
all
gone.
right. So let me check and I'll share towards the end of the session. Fine. So geographical risk heat map of research integrity. So basically, Asian continent and African continent. So they are contributing more potential risk to this integrity because they are doing lots of falsified publications. Falsified publication in the sense,
Excuse me,
just
sir.
yeah.
Actually, I have it.
Sorry.
I have.
Okay, if you have, then
I
please,
have that link.
yeah, please do share. Either you can share in the group or else you can share in the chat so that everyone can read and go through the article. Okay, so basically what I was trying to say is high risk zones, basically in Asia and Africa. Asia means all the countries, whatever Asia comprises of. So basically what type of publication they are doing is, for example, if they are doing some analytical research, if they are not getting the results that expected, then they used to manipulate the data. Okay, so data manipulation, that kind of activity is happening, as well as publication in delisted journals, fake journals, and predatory journals, like the journals which represent themselves as Scopus or Web of Science or UGC careless journals. So that kind of activities are going on in India, especially. That's why recently University Grant Commission, they have scrapped the UGC care list. Okay, so previously last year, like till last year, we used to have one. category called UGC care list. So under that care list, that UGC Grant Commission, they used to evaluate and add all the legit journals. So where PhD scholar can do publication for getting their PhD awarded. So this year they have scrapped the entire care list. If you want, you can just check it out if you are free. That UGC care list one. This is because university professors and that what to say IQAC cell. So they used to recommend falsified journals or fake journals or new journals in exchange of some cost. They used to recommend those journals for UGC. Like this is a genuine journal, you can add it to your care list. So considering all these challenges, they have scrapped this the UGC care list. You can just check it out. So right now, the COPE Committee on Publication Ethics, Nature. Yeah. Any questions? Okay, he shared the link. So right now, the COPE committee, the committee on publication ethics, as well as other reputed publishers like Springer and Nature. So they are collaboratively doing this task, like identifying this research integrity risk through various data collection and assessment method. Okay, and so they're trying to target specified areas where lots of malpractice is going on, and they're trying to highlight those institutions as well as journals to eradicate this kind of issues. Okay, so what's the key application of on this RI square? So institutional benchmarking, and so this will help to eradicate all the publications ethics malpractice activities, and it will help all the authors and readers to aware or to get more information about the editorial board and the expertise of all the editorial board members. And so right now what's happening is, so due to this falsified information or manipulation of data, especially in research analysis and results validation, lots of researchers they are getting funding from DST counseling, especially in India and other organizations. Do you guys know about this? For example, if you go to any university, every professor, like the number of students, PhD students they guide, and the number of publications they do. So they used to show the list of publications, and they used to claim certain amount for those research publications or research activities. Are you guys aware of this information?
To the institutions.
Yes, institutions.
Yes, yes, yes.
So that's
Like
actually happening.
yes, sir.
So everything what matters is money. Okay, so recently I received so this is my personal experience I want to share. So recently I received a mail from a university called some raw, I don't remember, just 1 minute, let me check. Yeah, so the university name is Rayat Bahara University, which is located in Punjab. So they just mailed me for collaboration for the publication of conference proceedings, and I don't want to mention the name of the professor. So he inquired about the review process, the publication timeline, how the publication is, you're doing publication, how the content is registered. Everything I've communicated effectively. So at the end, so what he talked about is the publication cost. I stated that we are encouraging all the youngsters to do publications, especially from UG and PG scholars, and we are charging some 2 to 4K per article. So what he stated is, so we are private based university, so everything works for money. So we won't be choosing any journal which charges this much amount. So we can afford some 500 to 700 per article. So that's what he added. And after that, what he added is whether your journal is indexed in Web of Science or Scopus. I clearly stated that we are new to this platform, and we have only 2 years of publication history. For Scopus or Web of Science indexation, a journal needs to maintain at least 3 to 5 years of publication history. So after communicating all the details, like the transparent details, what he stated is, I'll discuss with my team, then I'll let you know. Definitely, we will proceed if you negotiate this publication fee. So here, what happens is, if they are organizing any conference, if you look at the registration fee, so they'll charge almost around 5k to 7k for single author. If it's an international author, then it may go beyond 15k to 16k per author. Okay, if at least 100 participants they come and present their research, then definitely they will earn more, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this lots of activities are going on. So like why I'm communicating all this information is, if you are doing some quality research, if you are finding something new, so what you need to aware is, so you need to follow good practices through which you can protect your intellectual property, thereby holding all your necessary rights with you, so that nobody can exploit your sources. So that's what the importance is. I hope you got my point.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the last one is risk based ranking system overlays. So if we highlight the institution based on this RI square value, definitely it will affect the ranking system of all universities, and people will come to know like what are all top universities where we can enroll for higher studies program. So these are all key applications of this RI square value. Now let's discuss about the challenges and limitations. So as you guys know, everything works on this capital part, the money and funding part. So if this COPE and other reputed publisher, they introduce this RI value or database to calculate all these things, then definitely it will damage the reputation of all institutions, right? So these are all limitations, and sometimes if we don't get accurate data on publication, especially the retraction rate or delisted publication rate, if we provide some red flag category type of value for an institution, so that may put the institution in risk, right? Like nobody will enroll for the program. So this is also one limitations. And one more limitation is, it's very difficult for this kind of organization to calculate this RI square value, especially for multidisciplinary journals. So multidisciplinary journal in the sense where that journal publishes papers from all the domains. Okay, and yeah, so balancing this transparency is very difficult, because we have thousands of millions of journals and thousands of millions of papers. It's very difficult to count every publications as part of this RI square value. And so what we need is, we need a robust architecture or robust database or robust algorithm that can automatically detect all these things to provide not accurate, at least approximate value. So these are all challenges and limitation of this RI square value. And I would like to mention few sources which you can refer for identifying potential universities and institutions. So first one is Nature Integrity Index, then COPE Ethic Codes. COPE is a dedicated site that seasonally and subsequently provides information on this publication ethics or violation of publication ethics. Then we have R2R trust indicators. Then we have QS rankings and times rankings. So you can just note the sources: Nature Integrity Index, COPE Ethics, trust indicators, QS rankings, and times rankings. So you can use these websites to identify the sources. Okay, and now So it's my recommendation. If you have your time, then definitely you can contribute in saving the integrity of research and publication. For example, if you are a researcher, if you are looking for journals, if you encounter any fake journal, let's say from 5 to 10 journals, just note the journals and the ISS numbers and the domain address. So try to mail it to Committee on Publication Ethics or Retraction Watch database or Indian Research Watchdog or any platforms which highlights the predatory publication things. Then definitely they will write article. They'll explain everything to all the readers so that we can maintain the research integrity across the globe. So this is it, like it requires a collaborative effort. That's the third point here. Okay, and so if we promote this kind of parameters, especially the RI square value, then definitely we can identify potential predatory publishers, potential like predatory journals, right? So so that's one point, and integrity planning. So so this will help all the readers and all the researchers and authors to take effective countermeasures or effective steps in following this research and publication practices. So these are all importance. So I thought, so you guys are the like first batch to which I am communicating this RI square value, because I thought something is lagging. Like if I communicate this thing, then definitely it will help you to choose your institutions after your bachelor's program or master's program. So yeah, that's all for my end and for the day. So I'm expecting some comments, feedbacks or suggestions, because that is very important for me to plan for my next session, or if possible then definitely I can conduct a few more sessions to communicate more information to you guys that can help you out in future.
Sir, if the institutions are in a red flag for the research, so how can they like rank upon the research they're doing? The
Can you come again?
institutions, the institutions are ranked along with the like NAC ranked
Mm-hmm.
NIRF rankings.
Yeah,
They
so
are working. They are
so
working
that
on that now. So,
yeah, that will degrade because once people highlight the thing, so especially reputed database like Retraction Watch or any other database, definitely NAC will consider those points while evaluating that university next time.
but if I will see like when like you are just showing the link that college like LPU. So
Hmm.
right now LPU is not A plus plus grade, like which it is a 3.7 out of 4 the ranking for the NAT.
See, what I want to
So how
communicate.
this is
So what I want to communicate in real time is, so it's very difficult for NAC to re-evaluate every institution or university. So based on this parameter, so that's why let's forget about the NAC ranking and all. So let's do some background research, background analysis of any institutions before enrollment. So that we can do from our end, right? So
so is there any platform where we can search for the background of those institutions?
see, basically each and every university is what to say, is evaluated, or the standard is evaluated based on the research outputs, right?
Yes. For that
So
they have
so for that thing you can refer Retraction Watch. That's a very good site. Let me show you. So Retraction Watch, this one. So they have their presence across various social media platforms. So if you don't have time to read their blog articles, then definitely you can follow their Twitters and LinkedIn page. So they keep on updating their page. Like they used to highlight all their misconduct across the globe, not only in India. See, Springer Nature book on machine learning is full of made up citations that don't exist in. And you can just check this site. Then we have. Okay, so you can use these sites to cross check the research outputs or any potential use for any universities or institutions.
Okay, sir.
So what I was asking is feedback. I would appreciate if everyone can add their feedback.
Sir, in right now or in any form?
No, right now, right now. So we have 15 more minutes left, right?
Sir, it will be like more better if there are some simulations, like on a class you have shown a simulation which shows the trajectory of the like satellites, and if we get some more simulations, it will be like very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And otherwise, from your end, everything is fine. And like class can be more interactive when we also from our end can interact.
Yeah,
Or otherwise,
that interactiveness depends on you guys, right? Like how you respond to all of my questions, right?
yeah, sir. And the knowledge or the content that you provide, personally, uh, about 90% of that thing I didn't know before joining this program. So from my end, most of feedback is positive. But if you add sir simulations, I like it is the crazy. It really crazy. That's all.
Okay, that simulation kind of work, like, see, we have a number of domains, right? So, if I, some people may choose review or theoretical based work, some people may choose design work. What if I present this simulation and design to everyone? So that won't work, right? So we can discuss everything like while doing that one-on-one session. So based on like whatever information I have, whatever experience I have, definitely I'll communicate.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Utkarsh. What about others? Rahul, Shakshi, Sriram, Barnika, Vedanand Mandal.
I definitely learned a lot from these sessions. So there was something that I knew basically from my coursework, basic research, but this has given a proper outline or structure of how a right research can be done. So I really like these sessions.
Yeah. Thank you, Shakshi. What about others?
So
Yes, Barnika.
actually, I was a fresher to this to the basic research work.
Mm-hmm.
I had a thought to research based on the works, and I don't know where to start.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't really had an idea about joining this session or something, but it's actually helping to begin my work and where to, it gave me an idea from where to start, and like that's it.
All right, Barnika. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, in bachelor phase, which is more good to do, like a quantitative or qualitative research? Like some of my professor recommend me to do some output doing work like a simulation, data analysis, and in the list you given, there was more descriptive type research. So, what would be best for pursuing masters on the basis of that? That's all. That is my question. What should I do? What should I choose? Like descriptive or some data analyzing domain?
So if you ask me which one is better, descriptive or analytic work, definitely I will tell analytic work is more preferred.
So I want to add one more question that you teach me that falsified papers. So how do the committee or organization confirm that this is a falsified journal? Uh, yeah. How do they confirm that this is a falsified journals?
They have, see, for example, if you look at the that retraction watch database, they have a group of people or group of experienced people who have the experience to identify any journal or paper just looking at the content. So
Okay, okay,
they
okay.
usually do the work. So there is no specific database or automated tool to identify this.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. The classes are very informative for me as I am a new joinee in this research field.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I am a beginner for this research field, and the sessions are quite very interesting. And thank you for this opportunity, sir. I learned a lot of new things. Thank you, sir.
All right, Sri, thank you so much for your feedback. So what the comment which I want to add is, so basically all these presentations and sessions are suitable for people's doing research or masters or PhD program. So why the need for communicating all these informations to you at these beginning stages? Because like initially you will be doing your own intellectual work, right? So there is no value if we do all this research and then submit it to some fake or predatory, like if we lost those content, thereby doing publications across all these platforms. So that's why it's very important for everyone. So that's what my objective is. So that's why I'm communicating all this information at this early stage.
Okay, sir.
So the sessions like here we learned, we provided a clear and structured approach to understanding complex research processes, and also it was both informative and inspiring also, and a well balanced blend of theory like practical examples and valuable tips for young researchers. So I now feel more confident about my research direction. So I would like to add, like, looking forward to more advanced sessions, especially on topics like SPSS, R, or more AI tools in research. And I would love to have a follow-up workshop on writing research proposals or publishing in reputed journals. So thank you.
All right, Swapna. Thanks for adding your comment and feedback. So I'll note it down.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Rahul, Ovia, and Sriram.
Sir, I actually like a lot of things, like a few things I did know, but most of it I didn't because I only know like the preliminary things that I need to know for my coursework. A lot of these I knew and it was useful.
Okay. So I hope all this information will help you in terms of your research career or whatever research you do in future.
Sir, I'm sorry, could you say that again?
No, what I'm trying to say is, I hope whatever information I've communicated or presented through all the
Am I
sessions.
audible, sir?
So it will help you, right, for your future research
Yeah.
career. All right, Rovia. Thank you. So Rahul,
Yes, sir. Uh, so it was very informative session, as I explained, and I think it was my first research work. So I was starting with you. So that's what I want to say.
all right, Rahul. Thank you. Thanks for your feedback. So
Yeah,
guys, like
thank you.
my final request is please update the sheet, add your topics and timeline, topics and your availability, so we can
Sir,
have one-on-one session.
can I update that in one session? Actually, I'm not able to
Yeah,
finalize
yeah,
that.
no problem,
That's
no problem, no problem.
sure.
All right then. And one more suggestion is I want to like I want to add one more session on how to choose effective internships, because if you look at the Indian startups and the startup ecosystem here, you will encounter there are 30 to 40% of the startups are officially registered and they have all the legal authority to issue or distribute certificate of internship and some other certificates, and remaining 50 to 60% of the startups are self owned and they are not officially registered. So so that's one of my thought. I don't know whether you guys will be interested if I conduct a similar session, either towards the end of this internship program or while having that one-on-one program.
Sir, I would be interested.
Sir, I would also be interested.
All
Sure, sir,
right,
sure.
all right, fine then. So I'll compile the document. I'll compile your presentations based on that. Fine then. So any questions, or if anybody want to discuss, or if you have any question, you can stay back, or else we can wind the session for the day. We'll meet from Monday.